They may kill me, but they cannot kill my ideas. They can crush my body, but they will not be able to crush my spirit. Life is lived on its own. Others' shoulders are used only at the time of funeral. It is easy to kill individuals, but you cannot kill the ideas. If the deaf are to hear, the sound has to be very loud. Love always elevates the character of man. It never lowers him, provided love be love. Any man who stands for progress has to criticize, disbelieve, and challenge every item of the old faith. Item by item, he has to reason out every nook and corner of the prevailing faith. If after considerable reasoning one is led to believe in any theory or philosophy, his faith is welcomed. His reasoning can be mistaken, wrong, misled, and sometimes fallacious, but he is liable to correction because reason is the guiding star of his life. But mere faith and blind faith is dangerous. It dulls the brain and makes a man reactionary. Merciless criticism and independent thinking are the two necessary traits of revolutionary thinking. I am a man, and all that affects mankind concerns me. Revolution is an inalienable right of mankind. Freedom is an imperishable birthright of all. Labor is the real sustainer of society, the sovereignty of the ultimate destiny of the workers. Lovers, lunatics, and poets are made of same stuff. For us, compromise never means surrender, but a step forward and some rest. That is all and nothing else. The aim of life is no more to control the mind, but to develop it harmoniously, not to achieve salvation hereafter, but to make the best use of it here below, and not to realize truth, beauty, and good only in contemplation, but also in the actual experience of daily life. Social progress depends not upon the ennoblement of the few, but on the enrichment of democracy. Universal brotherhood can be achieved only when there is an equality of opportunity in the social, political, and individual life. In times of great necessity, violence is indispensable. Every tiny molecule of ash is in motion. With my heat I am such a lunatic that I am free even in jail. Revolution does not necessarily involve sanguinary strife, nor is there any place in it for individual vendetta. It is not the cult of the bomb and the pistol. By revolution we mean that the present order of things, which is based on manifest injustice, must change. The aim of life is no more to control the mind, but to develop it harmoniously, not to achieve salvation hereafter, but to make the best use of it here below. Crush your individuality first. Shake off the dreams of personal comfort. Then start to work. Inch by inch you shall have to proceed. It needs courage, perseverance, and very strong determination. No difficulties and no hardships shall discourage you. No failure and betrayal shall dishearten you. No travails imposed upon you shall snuff out the revolutionary will in you. Through the ordeal of sufferings and sacrifice you shall come out victorious, and these individual victories shall be the valuable assets of the revolution. The dirty alliance between religious preachers and possessors of power brought the boon of prisons, gallows, knouts, and above all such theories for the mankind. If, as you believe, there is an almighty, omnipresent, omniscient God who created the earth or universe, please let me know, first of all, as to why he created this world which is full of woe and grief, and countless miseries, where not even one person lives in peace. Where is God? What is he doing? Is he getting a diseased pleasure out of it? A Nero, a Genghis Khan, down with him. The sanctity of law can be maintained only so long as it is the expression of the will of the people. By crushing individuals, they cannot kill ideas. For mass struggles, nonviolence is essential. I emphasize that I am full of ambition and hope and a full charm of life, but I can renounce all at the time of need, and that is the real sacrifice. Man acts only when he is sure of the justness of his action, as we threw the bomb in the Legislative Assembly. The people generally get accustomed to the established order of things and begin to tremble at the very idea of a change. It is this lethargical spirit that needs be replaced by the revolutionary spirit. Society must fight against this belief in God as it fought against idol worship and other narrow conceptions of religion. In this way, man will try to stand on his feet. Being realistic, he will have to throw his faith aside and face all adversaries with courage and valor. That is exactly my state of mind. The bomb was necessary to awaken England from her dreams. We dropped the bomb on the floor of the Assembly chamber to register our protest on behalf of those who had no other means left to give expression to their heart-rending agony. Our sole purpose was to make the deaf hear and give the heedless a timely warning. Others have as keenly felt as we have done, and from such seeming stillness of the sea of Indian humanity, a veritable storm is about to break out. Force, when aggressively applied, is violence and is, therefore, morally unjustifiable. But when it is used in the furtherance of a legitimate cause, it has its moral justification. The elimination of force at all costs in utopian. The spirit of revolution should always permeate the soul of humanity, so that the reactionary forces may not accumulate to check its eternal onward march. I ask why your omnipotent God does not hold a man back when he is about to commit a sin or offense. It is child's play for God. Why did he not kill warlords? Why did he not remove the fury of war from their minds? In this way, God could have saved humanity from great calamity and horror. Nonviolence is backed by the theory of soul force, in which suffering is courted in the hope of ultimately winning over the opponent. But what happens when such an attempt failed to achieve the object? It is here that soul force has to be combined with physical force so as not to remain at the mercy of tyrannical and ruthless enemy. If the deaf are to hear, the sound has to be very loud. When we dropped the bomb, it was not our intention to kill anybody. We have bombed the British government. The British must quit India and make her free. By revolution, we mean the ultimate establishment of an order of society which may not be threatened by such breakdown, and in which the sovereignty of the proletariat should be recognized, and a world federation should redeem humanity from the bondage of capitalism and misery of imperial wars. We become pitiable and ridiculous when we imbibe an unreasoned mysticism in our life without any natural or substantial basis. People like us, who are proud to be revolutionary in every sense, should always be prepared to bear all the difficulties, anxieties, pain, and suffering which we invite upon ourselves by the struggles initiated by us and for which we call ourselves revolutionary. One should not interpret the word revolution in its literal sense. Various meanings and significances are attributed to this word, according to the interests of those who use or misuse it. For the established agencies of exploitation, it conjures up a feeling of blood-stained horror. To the revolutionaries, it is a sacred phrase.